This off. Do you guys want? Is there a character you guys want in general? Let's see. Lucina's here. What's a one like I always play. All right. The Sands matchup. What are you talking about? Sands and Smash. All right, I'll give you guys. I'll start off with a controversial take. Okay, let's start with Bowser. I think she beats Bowser 60. Oh shit! Oops, the fuck. Even there. Oh, I think she beats Bowser 60-40. Combo the fuck out of him. Shits on him off stage. Doesn't have trouble like getting hit on him. Kind of juggles him pretty well. I mean, in general, she has all the tools to get Bowser off stage, edge guard the shit out of him. Yeah, it's basically like all you need to do the matchup. Like, sure, if you lose to Bowser, it's like, it's possible. Like, you just lose to him because he's Bowser, but like, in terms of like playing the matchup, she just shits all over him. Nair sends him in such a good angle off stage. You can really bait out his uppy as well. It's just, you gotta be smart with your aerials. If you play the matchup correctly, you should shit all over this character. It's really bad for Bowser, IMO. I can see 55-45, but in my opinion, I think Lucina does really well in the matchup. Very strong matchup. Alright, what else to talk about? Let's talk about... There's so many characters to talk about. I want to talk about Falco. Falco, in my opinion, is here. It's either here or here. Falco's pretty annoying, but Falco gets destroyed by this character. I'm gonna say here just for now, but like Lucina has every tool to never get up tilted by this character ever. Like, she has every tool to wall him out, edge rush out of him. The last match I did was like half a year ago, Nico. Like 6 months ago. Dude, time flies, bro. Come on, man. How you doing, man? Dude, how long you been home for? A few days. Kinda popped the fuck off, dude. With Roy. But yeah, like Falco is like a character, like you can just wall them the fuck out. Edge got a shot of him. He just can't really up tilt you. Like getting an up tilt in this scene is really hard. Your combos have to be on point so you get up bead. It's really bad. Like getting a kill on this character is really hard. If she's playing correctly, she's just and she's like not like if she just like if she can get hit. Iceland? Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, dude, of course, bro. I saw you shit on Xenia, that's crazy. But yeah, Falco, like, his whole game plan revolves around up tilt, and getting an up tilt in this thing is really hard. Getting in is kind of hard. The only thing he really has is a projectile that kind of makes her approach, but his projectile kind of sucks. Edge guarding, ledge trapping, Falco has so much trouble against this character in general, so I think she wins. 65-35, I would say. I could see 6-4, but yeah. Who's next? Dr. Mario. I'll put here. Like Dr. Mario, he's cheesy. That's about it. Like he's a projectile that can kind of annoy Lucina, but at the end of the day, it's like you're playing a matchup where you just get off stage and you're fucked, and even on stage you're fucked. Like everything you do is close to Lucina, she's just gonna get up-beat. Juggled, spaced out, it's just bad all day, every day. I mean, you played well, Nico, so like, I don't know, man. That's good, bro. You play against your boy Keysuke in Winners Finals and all that. But yeah, in general, it's like, it's a bad matchup, but it's not really much to say except like, you just kind of shit on him on stage, you kind of destroy him on stage. And if Lucina's playing not reckless, then yeah. Tomorrow might be Lucina. Facts, Nico. So Nico, I thought that like I thought I did matchup charts like regularly, but the last one I did was like 6 months ago. So like I was like, oh, okay, well I should probably update this in half a year. Hey, my opinion changed a lot. Okay, Nico, this is for you, bro. I'm gonna do a controversial one for you, okay? I think Lucina loses to Roy 6-4. Let's talk about the matchup for a second, okay? Nico, you probably won't agree with this, but she's faster than you. He kills you earlier. He shits on you in disadvantage really hard. What else? I mean, like that's it. Like he kills you earlier. He's faster than you. He shits on you in disadvantage. That's everything Lucina doesn't want in a matchup. You can't really edge guard him because Lucina's his recovery is actually good. Like his recovery is pretty good. Bro, Nico, you can't really edge guard him because his recovery is actually pretty good. What's it called? He literally is faster than you. He's stronger than you. He shits in disadvantage. It's kind of hard to push a disadvantage when he's a fast faller. It's hard, bro. Like he just shits all over you. It's bad, man. Like it's literally just playing against someone who's stronger than you in every possible aspect of the game. But like you can kind of hit him, I guess. I mean, she's a good character, so like she'll get hit. I mean, the thing about Lucina is that every matchup's doable. So at the end of the day, she's like a character that will have all the tools to win any matchup in the game. But against Roy, it's like you're just playing as someone who's just better than you in every possible aspect. So it's like, what are you even doing? I hate this matchup. Really bad. Let's see, who else we got? I'll just put Mars and even. It's kind of self-explanatory. You get shit out by Lucina? Nico, Nico, how, bro? Character sucks. What's it, Inkling? Inkling's an interesting one. I do think she does lose or go even with Inkling. I'm gonna say, where's Inkling at? I think this is a pretty hard matchup, but you can kind of show him disadvantage. You can ledge trap them pretty well. One of the only characters you can really, you're really one of the only characters that can kind of edge guard them. But even then, it's really difficult. I think the only reason why this matchup's kind of even-ish is like you can kind of juggle them pretty well. They don't have a really good answer to you juggling them. But it's just hard because they're so fast. They're super mobile. You do a sliding F tilt to just like smack them when they're like just dashing around, which is good. But in general, it's just hard. You get ledge trap pretty hard. Yeah, it's just hard. But I think I could see it being even. But right now, I'll put it 45-55 or even, leading towards losing though. It's very difficult, but I can see it not being that bad because Inkling does have trouble killing, obviously, and Lucina can kind of knock him around when they're disadvantaged pretty well. So yeah, I think I would say 45-50. What else we got? I'm gonna go with the new one, okay? The Fox matchup, I got you. This is one I play a lot actually. Fox, in my opinion, is one of the most even matchups right here. Fox theoretically should destroy you in every aspect of the game. He's fast as fuck. You can't hit him. He destroys you in disadvantage. It's actually really difficult for Lucina to ever land against his character or even play neutral against him. He's so fast. And he actually like, and if you choose to camp him out and stay in shield, he lasers you. So laser's like actually a decent option in this matchup. The problem is that Lucina actually has two answers to Fox that like kind of make the matchup a lot like very even. If she didn't have these two things, then the matchup would be really, really, really difficult. She has Uppy, which Uppy on a shield, or in general, very strong. Like that move destroys Fox. If Fox can like, Fox's dash attack almost never crosses up a shield, so she always has the ability to just Uppy out your shield, and then you get smacked, and then now you're off stage versus Lucina, and that's bad. And number two, she destroys Fox off stage really bad. Like it is horrible. Like it's something that's like if you get hit by Lucina off stage as Fox, theoretically you should be dead. If you have to fire Fox as Fox and against Lucina, and if she's in the right position, you should be dead. So it's just really bad. Like, but other than that, Fox has every tool to deal with Lucina. He juggles the hell out of her, destroys her. He eats her neutral. Like, the only problem is you get short off stage. You might die like 10. And yeah, and you upbeat a lot. So that happens a lot. Yeah, I think Fox is 100% even. If I were to give one of them the edge, I would give it to Fox. But it's at the end of the day, it's like she's upbeat. So I mean, that carries her pretty hard. All right. Go some more winning matchups. All right, I'm gonna go with a controversial. What's your answer for super low straight vertical Firefox? Yeah, you can't Firefox that. What I usually do is you have two options. Okay, you can either try to down air it, which is kind of hard, but you can try that. What I like to do is I like to go low, side B them, so then get them out of the Firefox, and then up B them, which is very possible. Like you actually have a lot of things. You have a lot of tools in that matchup. When it goes up, when up B's low. So side B stall or just hit him towards the stage and then just constantly give him pressure. You won't kill him, but you'll hit him, so that's all that matters. And he'll be in a more uncomfortable position. But side B'ing first is actually really good because it gets him out Firefox. He has to up B again. So I mean, I can give you an example, but like it's hard to say. Chrom. This is an interesting one, okay? So Chrom is, in my opinion, 100% a losing matchup. Let me just give this. Let me write it down, okay? It's the same deal with Roy, okay? He's faster than you. He's stronger than you. He has like the same range as you basically, and he destroys you in disadvantage. So like every aspect of Smash, you are losing. Like literally, like there's no point in the game where you are winning. But Lucina's a character that's like has every tool, right? So she's able to like keep up low key, but she's still losing. And he's a better recovery, so like you can actually kind of destroy him off stage. But the problem is on stage you are getting destroyed so hard because he's stronger than you, he's faster than you, his fair destroys you. Like you actually cannot get past his fair. Because all your moves have less range than his, and he just smacks you with fair, and it's really annoying. He ledge traps the hell out of you, and it's just really difficult. And you die earlier than him. And yeah, so I think Chrom is a hard matchup. It's just really hard. But yeah, I think that Chrom is a matchup where like you don't want to you want to get them off stage as much as possible. But like a matchup where you have to get them off stage is like not. That doesn't mean the matchup's automatically good. The hard matchup, I don't rank Mii's. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see, next character. Let's go with some bad characters that I just don't want to talk about. I'll go to some characters I don't want to speak on. Oh, let's see here. Zelda is probably here. Let's see here. Ganon. I mean. Every Ganon match was the exact same. Like, let me just quote everybody, okay? Like, get him off stage, he should die. If he doesn't, hit him again. Hit him off stage, he's dead. Don't be overzealous with your aerials. A hot take with Monado Boy. I talked to him. We talked about Shulk or not, actually. Shulk, in my opinion, I used to hate this matchup. I still hate the matchup. I don't think it's fun. But I think it's 100%. And where is it? Where's Shulk at? My opinion, this character keeps going down as time goes on. I think Shulk's even as fuck. Like it's even or losing. Like I would put it here actually, maybe. Like I can see it being losing, but I think it's even. Like you actually kind of juggle him pretty hard. His frame data is cheeks. You can edge guard him pretty well, but he has a bigger sword than you. He's pretty annoying. Like he's just a character that's like kind of hard to kill. He kills you earlier. He ledge traps the hell out of you. But in general, like you have the frame data to deal with him. Yeah, it's a hard matchup, but I think Lucina has all the tools to deal with him. Kind of both best shut it up. It's just Lucina has to play a little better, I would say. Shulk has to be a little careful if it's dying to Lucina's just stuff. Wolf, play losing. Hard matchup. You lose pretty hard neutral. The only thing I will say though is that you can kind of juggle him, and you kind of hit. You can beat him off stage, but that's like I said, like if a matchup is decided with like you beating him off stage, it's like that's not how it is. It's like he's just beating you on stage the whole time. So why does it matter? His character's broken. He is dumb. He's hard to juggle because his airspeed is so weird. What else? He kills you earlier. Is Roy the only 6-point match? 46 match. There's one more. It is a really hard matchup, but you can beat him. You have a lot of tools to beat him. That's the thing about Lucina. She's a toolkit to deal with any matchup in the game. So I think that's really strong suit about her is that she has a tool to deal with Wolf. She has she's more range than him, but it is really difficult. He also has laser. It's really annoying to deal with. Yeah, in general, I don't like to deal with him. Next character. I'm talking about Lucina's losing matchups a little too much. Let's talk about winning matchups for a bit. Let's see here. Pichu, controversial take. I think Lucina beats Pichu 40-60. I mean 60-40. Because in general, here's the thing about Pichu, okay? Pichu is a character that his approach options are so limited. Like he's a character that has mainly two approaches. He's dash grab and dash tag. Nice have Valko, yeah. But Lucina, if she plays campy, like if she just walls him out with aerials, there's almost nothing that Pichu can do. Because Pichu is stubby, he can't camp you out because his projectile is gonna hurt him. And Lucina has no trouble killing this character at all. Like it is really easy to deal with. He also have up B, so if he misses combos, it's pretty good. You can get cheese, but the character's just a piece of dog shit. Like as long as you understand how the character functions and what their goals are, like you should never get touched by Pichu. Or like it's hard for Pichu to approach Lucina in general, and she kind of just smacks you. Like let me give you a perfect example, okay? Pichu does Thunder Jolt, tries to approach. Lucina smacks him away, runs away, smacks him away. Pichu does it again, smacks him away. He's off stage. He has to up B. That's like 2%. By that time, he's around like 60% already. Just with those two interactions. Lucina has a ledge. He has to quick attack, or else he's gonna get ledge trapped, or whatever. That's another like 2%. So he's like 62. Lucina hits him like 2 more times. He's gonna die to back air or something like that, or an up B. It's really really bad for people. I don't know. That's why a lot of Lucinas actually destroy Pichu. The song from Awakening, Fire Emblem Awakening. I will say that Pichu is a knowledge check. If you don't know the matchup, you will get destroyed. Pichu would win the matchup then, but you have to know the matchup. Let's see who else. Little Mac. I'm not gonna talk about Little Mac. Waste my time. Someone said Ness, right? Ness. This matchup's like 6-4, but 6-4. Lucina has every tool to win neutral. Ness has to be careful about getting close to her because of up B. Gets smacked out of the air pretty hard because he's floaty. Gets edge guarded pretty hard. Gets ledge shot pretty hard. Hard time for Ness. It's 60-40, but I will say that Ness does have a lot of tools to win the matchup. That's not the worst, but at the same time, like Lucina should theoretically win the matchup in every aspect. She does get juggled pretty hard. She can get edge guarded, but I mean Ness kind of tries her pretty hard. I mean, yeah, and also yeah, he can't really edge guard. He can't really like ledge trap her like that. It's kind of weird. But Ness can just get red. It's 60-40, but it's probably the best 60-40 matchup, like in terms of like it not being that bad for the character. I think Lucina does well against Ness, but I would not be surprised if Ness beat Lucina. Same thing with Bowser. Here's what I want to talk about. Meta Knight, I'm not talking about this character. Who else? Who else? Cloud? Okay, Cloud is interesting. Go Cloud. Cloud is right here. Even, or I can see it winning. This matchup's kind of hard for Lucina. Very difficult. It's hard because he anti-airs you with side B. It's hard. He's really big disjoints. His back air is massive. It's just hard. It's really, really difficult in general. But Lucina can kind of destroy him, put him in uncomfortable positions. Uppy's really good against him as well. His space is wrong. She can actually bait him out really hard. Can kind of destroy him when he's trying to get back to stage if he goes early. But off stage is like weird because like Lucina, like Cloud's recovery is not bad. I think that's a really important thing. It's like his recovery is pretty difficult to mess with in some aspects, but it can be. So I just think that Lucina can put him in situations where he has to like be in a really bad spot. So, and he has to panic a lot. So I think that's why the matchup is light winning. But in general, Cloud does a lot of damage. He has a bigger sword than you, like back air, forward air, stuff like that. And being a disadvantage versus Cloud is very difficult. He kills you earlier, and he's limit too. Even or I can see Lucina winning. Like it's one of those two. Yeah, it's one of those two. I don't know which one it is. What else we got? Let's talk about some back characters. King K. Rool. If you think this matchup is even or even close to it, you're insane. Lucina destroys him on stage, destroys him off stage. And yeah, it's like, it's a bad matchup. Like, you kind of destroy him off stage because he keeps going low. You back air him over and over again. He can't do much. It's bad. It's just an easy-ass matchup. But obviously he does have armor, okay? He's one of the best characters in the game at edge guarding Lucina, but it's just hard at that point for me in that position. Lucina has a lot of mix-up. She can also uppy really early and not get hit by Nair. So that's kind of just counteracted. But I don't think the matchup is as bad as these. I just think that K. Rool is like, he has the tools. But yeah. Link. Link is an interesting one. Link, I put it here. +1. 55-45. This matchup is really difficult. But she does win for sure. She can juggle him pretty hard, edge guard him pretty hard, hold him in uncomfortable positions, juggle him, win neutral. It's just about making sure that Link doesn't get to play his game, doesn't get to reset up, he doesn't hit you with too many projectiles. But Lucina has all the tools to outspeed him. We need to schedule a Menify lesson. Like 16 hours, I think it was. I put no, he's annoying to fight, but like Lucina 100% wins the match. Play matchup a lot. I'm not even good at this matchup, but it's 100% a winning matchup. It's like guaranteed. Like Link is too slow. Link can get baited. Link can get juggled. Link can get destroyed by Lucina pretty hard. It's just like he's really annoying to deal with. Like projectiles are annoying, Nair is annoying, but you're able to ledge trap him pretty well, you're able to edge guard him pretty well, you're able to put him in a lot of uncomfortable positions. I think Lucina does really well in that aspect in the matchup. That's why it's winning. Kazuya, I'm gonna go with an early take. I think Lucina beats Kazuya 6-4. I think it's really bad already. I'm just gonna try to tomorrow morning, earlier today. It has to be 16 hours in advance. I'm actually booked for today, actually, kind of. So Kazuya is weird because like you can't jump out of any of your combos, so you're able to juggle him pretty well. You can actually edge guard him pretty hard, and yeah, it's like it's hard for him to get in on you because you're swinging your massive sword, you're fast, and yeah, he's just too slow. Like the scene doesn't have a problem smacking him. He doesn't have to smack him away. He can get edge guarded. He can't jump out of your combos. Like you're able to just nair play him to the side. He gets off stage, and then what? He's at the ledge. Kazuya at the ledge is not good. Like what is he gonna do? Side B? No. Yeah, it's bad. I think 6'4". His airspeed's good. Okay, it's not even just that. It's not the airspeed. It's just like you can't double jump out of your combo. So almost all your combos are true because he can't double jump out of it. Like, he's right up there. Hungry Neko, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. It's a bad time for Kazuya. So I think she wins 6'4". I could see it being 55-45. I don't know yet, but that's just my take right now. Hungry Neko. Next character, Mega Man. Lucina beats Mega Man 100%. This is actually like a really good matchup for her. He cannot land. Like, he gets juggled. He's a perfect way to get comboed. You can ledge trap the hell out of him. There's just so much like you can do in this matchup. Like, the projectiles don't really mean much to you because you're kind of fast. You can juggle the hell out of him. He's gonna land eventually. Your sword's massive. You'll smack him, he's off stage again, and then you can just put him in an uncomfortable position, smack him, and destroy him. He can be annoying though, because Leaf Shield's annoying. In general, he's Leaf Shield, he's the pellets, which can be annoying, but Lucina's sword's are massive. She can land a lot of up airs on him, she can smack him with fair, nair, like, it's really hard for Mega Man, and off stage, it's really hard for Mega Man to do anything. The buzz? I think this is the Buzz's website, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I think Mega Man is winning for Lucina. I didn't see it being +2, but I'll put +1 for now. Because I think these matchups are a lot easier than this. Min, right? Okay, Min. Min out. In the words of my boy Nico, arms bitch. Arms bitch. Sadly, I hate to say it, does beat Lucina, in my opinion. It's a hard matchup. Getting in's hard. I used to think this matchup was 6'4", but no, it's +1. It's -1. It's hard because you can't really get in any order. I can't get an opinion right now. I mean, you can just ask for characters. But let me talk about this. So basically, Min is a character where like it's really hard for you to get in, right? But automatically it's really difficult. The only saving grace you have in this matchup is you can get off stage pretty well and edge guard her, but her recovery is not that bad. Like, but in general, it's like you have to call out the minion out a lot, and getting in is very difficult. Your airspeed sucks, so you really can't have that many. Your approaches aren't that good. So yeah, I think it's pretty fucking hard. But you can edge guard, you can mess her up. That's why Min is like, she's broken as fuck, but like sometimes there's matchups where like you can just like smack her and kill her at 0. So it does happen sometimes. But yeah, it's a hard matchup. Your airspeed sucks, you get smacked by arms. It's hard to match. You said hero. Alright, hero, we use my favorite hero. Where is he at? Hero. I'm gonna put it here. It's from Fire Emblem Awakening, Dairos. So hero, actually no, I'll just put it here. I don't want to say she loses to this character at all. Actually no, I'll just put it here. Hero's game plan is Travis. Hero's game plan is really difficult to deal with. He's running away the whole time. His sword is massive, so getting in is kind of hard. You can kind of get shut on him, but you can also just rush him down. Lucina's rush down can be strong in the matchup, but like in general, it's really difficult to deal with. If you don't get in, sets up, he's strong as hell and kills you really early. Good, and also if you can't be too close to shield, he's out of shield. He's just someone who just like snowballs the matchup pretty hard. Like if he is able to get up Bs or side Bs, it's just a lot. Thanks for the host, that's right. Yeah, I think the matchup is really hard. The thing is, like, if you're able to juggle him and read him, you can actually body him. So you can kind of smack him. You can edge guard him pretty well. You can read his air dodges in. He has to like go low almost every single time. You can spike him, so it's pretty. There's a lot of aspects of the matchup that you can just kind of show on him, but that's why I think it's even. But I think overall it could be a losing matchup. Also, Hungry Neko, you're at 1,300th follower, so thanks for the following. Thanks for following us. Thanks for the following. What else we got? Let's talk about DK. Let's just talk about these matchups. DK, matchup that like you just kind of juggle him, get him off stage, destroy him off stage. It's hard because if you play the matchup badly, you're gonna get destroyed. I think DK is like just really bad. In theory, you should always beat him, but like he's a character where it's like theory doesn't always turn into reality because he's a character that's like that feeds on people's nervousness in a match. So I think in theory 60-40 and like in what's it called tournament he's like it's like probably 55. But I'll leave it 60-40 because like you're able to just destroy him. Like in every aspect of the game, you should never get hit by DK. Your Nair destroys him, your upper destroys him, you can grab him for free almost every single time. It's just a bad time for DK. Yeah. What else we got? I don't want to talk about these characters. Let's just talk about Buff. I mean, I want to talk. This is what I really don't want to talk about. I'll put Puff here. I'll put Kirby here. I'll put DDD here. Luigi. Luigi's the interesting one actually. I think Lucina does beat Luigi 6-4, but it is not by no means an easy matchup. Like, when I say 6-4, I mean like in like not in theory, but like you should not be losing to Luigi as Lucina. But like when Lucina's play Luigi's, it's like you have to play it smart. You gotta be ready for the down Bs. You gotta be ready to get smacked. Like you can't just be willy-nilly brainless in the matchup. Luigi's not a character that has like no tools. Like he's a character that has a lot of good fast aerials, and he can ledge up the hell out of you, and he can just read you doing an aerial and like run up and hit you. So I think Lucina's playing smart, calculated, and not taking any risks. She should win the match with 6-4. So I would put it there. Who's next? I'll put Ken. Man, my character's actually so broken. What the hell? I'll put Ken here. I'm just gonna put Ken and Ryu in the same thing because I really don't care about them. Ken and Ryu, Lucina does destroy them. But the same thing as Luigi, like it's not so basic where like you pick Lucina and it's a free matchup. No, it's like she's a character that like can't just throw buttons out and expect to win the matchup. It's Ken and Ryu have the tools to be able to get in, but like you have every tool to keep them out. You have every tool to juggle them. You have every tool to edge guard them. Like you're able to just destroy them off stage, destroy them on stage, just do a shitload of damage to them and get them off for free. Getting hit by this character is really hard because you have up B, you have a really big Nair, fair, you know, like you just gotta play smart and just not be too obvious with your patterns when you're throwing out aerials. So I think yeah, Palu. Okay, I actually Palu after. But yeah, it's a matchup I would say Lucina does win for sure. Palu, in my opinion, where's Palu at? Palutena is here. It's like, I can see it being even, but I think that, oh, Spencer, what's up, man? I don't know what you mean, Pyro. What's up, dude? I'm making the Lucina match right now. Dude, I love Pyro. What's up, guys? Crystal Daz, next follow. So, I'm talking about Palu. So, Palu versus Lucina, I think it's an even matchup, or slightly losing. I might move it down to even, but no, yeah, actually, I'd probably move down to even. And Johnny SSBU, thanks for the follow. Is there a way to play online without lag? Yeah, just don't play the game. I don't know. I'll put it down here. Makes sense with Fox. Let's see, Palutena, it's like you actually can destroy her and disadvantage pretty hard. Like, it's not easy for Palu to deal with Lucina in general and disadvantage. I mean, the deal with Lucina when you're in disadvantage with Palu, she has a lot of tools to just keep juggling you. She can ledge the hell out of you. She also like really, she can kind of pressure you off stage. The only problem in the matchup is like Palu can juggle Lucina pretty hard as well. Like they kind of fuck each other up in like a lot of aspects like that. She has an invincible back air, so that's kind of hard to deal with. But Lucina's able to just like bait it out. In general, I think it's even as hell. Let me see this. Large group of track. I saw already. Sudden foe and limber ulking. Annoying character names are all either hard or like funny. I love every nest mate, actually. What do you think, Louise? Almost every nest mate I've met, I've liked. But like, what? But yeah, Palu, Lucina, I think it's like I think it's even. I would say it could be here, but like thinking about it more, it's just a 100% even matchup. Like they fuck each other up in so many aspects of the game. I would say that Palu is just a better character, so she does have easier time. But in general, it's like it's even. What else we got? Lucario. Okay, Johnny, that's an interesting one. I actually have never played it. I've actually only played against one Lucario, and it was Frostbite. Lucario is an interesting one. I don't know if I can rank that actually. I would have to like think about it a little more. I played some on Elite Smash. That's the best of my ability. Like what does there say about Lucario? Like I don't know. It's like you have a lot of tools to keep him out. You can ledge trap the hell out of him. I don't know. It's just hard for me to gauge and just like, if you just like told me to make a match chart, I would just say it's here. Like that's how I would feel. It's either here or here. Like I don't know. But I think Lucina just has a lot of good tools to deal with them. Like, what is she struggling in? Like, it's not about killing early. Like, that doesn't really matter to me. She has a lot of tools to just like not let him in and smack him away. You know what I mean? I think it's here. It's either here or here. You know, I'm gonna put him here because he's a bad character. Like, whatever. I'm lazy. Whatever. I'm my favorite character anyways. Which character we got next? Man, Lucina's actually broken. Look all these 60-40 matchups she has and 65-35 matchups. Like, bro. This is kind of wild. Alright, let's go Snake. Snake is, in my opinion, one of the most even matchups in the entire game in terms of top tier. This matchup is purely based on who has momentum, who's able to share on each other in disadvantage, who's able to just keep up. Like it's weird. Like I think if both players understand the matchup and know about their win conditions, it's 100% even. Like Snake can just like keep Lucina away, keep pulling grenades and just like blow up and then up tilt her, you know? But Lucina can smack him over and over again, get him off stage, he has to up you bad, and then he gets back here and dies. There's a lot of things in general. I do think that you need to grab a lot with Lucina in this matchup, or else you're gonna get blown up over and over and over again. And you have to be wary about the minigame playing against Snake. It's hard time, but I think both players need to be playing well, and the better player usually wins in the matchup, I would say. Below ledge, I don't know about that one actually, because below ledge is a really weird place to be against Lucina. Her down air is kind of hard to hit. But yeah, I think it's a 100% even matchup though. It's even. Someone said something earlier. There's a character they wanted me to rank. Wins matchup? Lucina does not beat Palu, but I mean, you do you, Spencer. Alright, let's talk about Yoshi for a second. I think Lucina 100% beats Yoshi. Yoshi is annoying as fuck. No one likes playing against this character. But like, Lucina's able to cover landings really well. Outranges him, plays out of shield, so he's having trouble 24/7. One of the only few characters that can really just make use of his off stage, because his recovery is kind of weird. Like, he almost has to always go high versus Lucina, like no matter what. So it's kind of weird. You kind of smack him for free. What's up, Butcho? It can be annoying though, because he's really hard to kill in general, and you kind of can get edge guarded in general. But I would say that Lucina has the speed advantage. She has the range advantage. She has better juggling, I would say. And overall, like it's hard for Yoshi to get to hit. It's really hard for Yoshi to hit Lucina. Yeah, hey, even what's up? Yeah, I just think in general, it's Lucina does win. All right, new character time. You guys ready? All right, Lucina versus Sephiroth. I think Lucina loses to Sephiroth 45-55. Hard matchup. Let me tell you why. Outranged. Really hard to edge guard. He's light, but like Lucina doesn't even make use of that. Like she doesn't even care about like you won't kill Sephiroth early. It's really hard to kill him early. In general, he's gonna kill you earlier. He's more ranged than you. He juggles you really hard. It's really hard to land versus this character. First of all, I got you after this tier list. In general, though, it is a really hard matchup for Lucina. Very difficult. Wing is annoying because that means that he can't really edge guard him. I think that she's really having trouble. The only thing I really will say is that like he's big, and you're able to get a lot of damage on him off stage and ledge trap him pretty hard. But like stuff like the ledge is so difficult. You're not gonna be able to kill him early though. You really just have to get like a random F smash maybe. You can edge guard him, but it's really difficult. But I think Lucina has a hard time here. Kind of get zoned out. But like I said, Lucina has every tool in the matchup. Has tools in every matchup to win. So I think she's a character that's like really solid. And Sephiroth doesn't really outright invalidate her, like Roy does in my opinion. I just think that Lucina versus Sephiroth is hard. Pretty difficult. All right, next matchup. All right, I'm gonna go with another controversial take. I think Lucina beats Sonic for sure. Let me tell you why. He has a lot of trouble landing. It's fucked at the ledge pretty hard. Like Lucina's ledge trapping versus Sonic is bad because Sonic's ledge game is not good, in my opinion. Kind of smacks him really hard. I said after this list, it's really hard. What else? Like, Lucina just has a range advantage, as always. Like, he's really annoying. It's just like it's a matchup that a lot of Lucina players don't like, but in general, it's like it's a matchup where you should be thinking, oh, you know, like I should have a better advantage in this situation. Like, don't run into side Bs. Homeway tech's annoying as shit. Yeah, in general, you can ledge trap the hell out of him. You can juggle him pretty hard because he can't really land. And yeah, it's really hard for Sonic to do much. He can outspeed you. He can just fuck you up sometimes, kill you early, and kind of miss your recovery. But in general, it's like Lucina wins on the stage. She wins at the ledge pretty hard. So I think she wins for sure. Matchup. A lot of people don't like the matchup, but I think she does win. What else we got? Damn, I don't know. What else we got? There's so many characters in this game. PacMan? PacMan's weird, man. I'm gonna put PacMan here. It's either here or here. I'm gonna put it here. And the only reason why I would put it here is because Lucina can deal with PacMan's boxing kinda, and she can ledge trap him kinda hard. Not ledge trap him. Edge guard him if he's not smart with recovery with counter. But neutral's really hard. Like, it's really difficult to deal with PacMan neutral. This character is broken. Gonna be throwing projectiles and stuff. It's hard, bro. I think in general, like, she's able to kind of mess with PacMan in disadvantage kind of hard. She can edge guard him, and she kind of can ledge trap him if he doesn't have an item in his hand. So I think in those aspects, she does have a lot of good things against PacMan. PacMan just has every tool to not lose a matchup because he's broken as fuck. And he's really lame. But I do think Lucina does win the matchup. Or it's even, one of those two. I don't know which one it is. It really just depends who the better players at the end of the day. But I think Lucina could win the matchup. A lot of tools to deal with him. But yeah. No, that's actually a complete lie, Dairos. He can get fucked. He can mix it up really hard. He doesn't have to go to the ledge. He has a lot of options. His recovery is broken for a reason. He doesn't have to just go into the ledge. What else we got? Alright. Mario. Hot take. This matchup's even. Matchup's hard. Even as fuck. Really difficult because I think Lucina just has trouble keeping him out the whole entire time. It's not really her goal, keep him out the whole time. You can get fucked, you get grabbed one time, oh shit, you're getting juggled. I mean you lose the same way that everyone loses to Mario. It's really difficult. You can kind of wall him out, I guess. You can juggle him, kinda, I guess, but he's gonna eventually hit you, and he's able to get in pretty consistently. It's not like you're walling him out 24/7. You're not Palutena. You're not like this character is just straight up bust. He's broken. Yeah, I think that's actually really difficult. Like his neutral's really good. He's pretty fast. The only thing I would say is stubby, I guess, but like in general, it's like Mario does really well against Lucina at the highest level. At higher levels, I would say, actually. Even at lower levels, I would say, too. I don't know. I think Lucina does... I think the myth of Lucina beating Mario is kind of big. Like, it's not that easy of a matchup. Even as fuck. Alright, who else we got? I mean, Incineroar, let's just put a 6-4 already. Like, it just sucks. Wall him out, edge guard him, ledge trap him. Like, it's bad time, man. You can't get cheese if you're reckless, but overall, 6-4, pretty fucking bad for Incineroar, I would say. What else we got? Captain Falcon, 6-4. I think Lucina can lose Captain Falcon. It happens more often than you think, but Captain Falcon's a bad character. I mean, sorry, he's not bad. He's just not that good. Like, you're able... Lucina has every tool to deal with him. Edge guard him. Keep him out. Like, stop his combos. Some of his combos aren't trees. Up you out of them. Like, it's... Captain Falcon. Like, you should know everything's gonna do. You should not be getting hit by stuff. Like, overall, I think it's a 6-4 matchup, but Falcon's explosive, so you could just randomly just lose to a Captain Falcon. Same thing how you can lose to a Bowser. It's like, I think they should win 6-4, but like, those matchups just, like, it's not set in stone. Like, I don't think Lucina should be losing to Bowser or Captain Falcon, but it can happen. End of the day. Alright, what else we got? Which characters, like, I just, like, really care about at all. How many characters in this game? Maybe the Olimar. I think Olimar 6-4 as well. Lucina's really good against Olimar. Like, this character has a really bad disadvantage state. That's the worst thing about Olimar. His disadvantage state is doo-doo. His ledge game sucks. Lucina, where does she excel at? She excels at peeking people and disadvantage, and she excels at ledge trapping. So Olimar has two things he's got to deal with. He's got to deal with ledge trapping from Lucina, and landing versus her, which is really hard. His only options are really whistle at the correct time, which Lucina can just wait for, and then punish him. This isn't ever Lucina Ariel kill the Pikmin on her. I mean, she has no trouble killing Pikmin whatsoever. You can't really get zoned out by him. Your sword's massive. You can edge guard him if he decides to do a bad recovery. Other than that, you ledge trap him. He kind of gets farmed. It's just not a good time for Olimar. It's really difficult for him to ever play the matchup in a way that he has advantage. Sometimes Olimar can get a lead and then just like start snowballing it, and then Lucina runs in. She does it in the matchup. She's gonna get smacked, lose a lot of percent, get a lot of percent, and just like eventually just get smacked by a purple Pikmin. And if you mess up your timings, that you say your timings are too common or like too predictable, he's just gonna whistle every single time and hit you. So, I mean, those aspects you can lose the matchup because you don't know how to play the matchup at all. Other than that, I do think that Lucina beats Olimar 6-4. It's pretty fucking bad for him. Alright, more controversial take. Character's broken. PT. By losing. I despise this matchup so much. It's probably my most hated matchup with this character. In terms of like playing as this character is not fun at all. PT, like Squirtle, if you ever get hit by Squirtle, you're taking like a bunch of percent, and then Ivysaur you can't land. You can get walled out by Razor Leaves. It can be annoying. His Attitude's really good with Nair, back air, and Charizard you can't kill him, so it's really annoying. In theory, I think it should be even, but like the existence of Charizard as a character and how dumb he is and like how hard is it to kill him with Lucina, I think the matchup is slight PT because like if you guys were to trade stock for stock, Charizard will always kill you every single time first, right? So let's say you're both at 100, right? You trade blow for blow, Charizard's gonna kill you. You guys trade blow for blow again, Charizard's gonna kill you. Trade blow for blow again, Charizard's gonna kill you. It happens way too often because like you take so much percentage from Squirtle, you can't get chased by Ivysaur, you get walled down, and if you don't kill Ivysaur, then she just turns into Charizard and murders you. So it's always a difficult time in this matchup. And you're floaty, so you can't really land against this character. It's so difficult. Yeah, upset is really good. I mean, that's just. All right, what else we got? Young Link. I think. Oh no! No. Young Link. I think Lucina 100%. Can kind of juggle him. It's pretty difficult to deal with him when he's camping, obviously, because you don't have projectile yourself. But you're able to get in pretty well. You kind of smack him pretty hard, and you destroy this character off stage as well. This character sometimes can't land. This character can't recover sometimes. It's a field day, Lucina. You also ledge trap the hell out of him. The only problem is you can get zoned down. It's really annoying, and he can juggle the hell out of you. He can calm the hell out of you. But in general, Lucina has every tool to deal with the character. Lucina can smack him for free, get him off the ledge, and ledge trap him because he's really just what is he gonna do with the ledge? If he has bomb, like cool. If he has bomb, you probably should have just edge guarded him. It's really easy. Comes really bad. But it can be hard in general. So it's +1 only, not +2. Who else we got? Alright, Bayonetta, I'm gonna do a controversial opinion. Peach? Okay, I'll do Peach. Peach, in my opinion, is an even matchup. Matchup's very difficult. Honestly, very hard. Her outer shield's insane, so you can't swing on her when she has an item in her hand. Similar to Snake, so it's kind of hard. It's hard to hit her because she's able to space outside her range. One of the only few characters that can edge guard you with Turnip. Very annoying. Damage up, it's insane. One of the hardest characters to edge guard in the entire game. in my opinion. Especially with Lucina. Like Lucina can't really downer her, can't really counter recovery. She has a lot of mix-ups. She can float really hard to ledge trap her. So you can't really edge guard her in the matchup. So it's a hard time. She doesn't want damage you. It's not fun. The only plus side is you do outspace her. You kind of can juggle her, but in general, she's a solid character that has a better out of shield than you. I mean, not better out of shield than you. She just has an out of shield that's ridiculous. You gotta be careful approaching her. And yeah, it's annoying as hell. This character. I mean, is even because you can kind of smack her, and you can kind of pressure her off stage sometimes. But in general, it's just hard. Very difficult. Her out of shield's ridiculous. That's probably the biggest thing, actually, I would say. And no edge guarding. Buenos dias. Alright. What else we got? Yep. This is good. Bandana, okay. Bandana, I think Lucina beat 6-4. Shield. Nothing else to say, just shield. Don't be dumb. Don't waste your jump. You should be able to recover from this character. You should be able to bait her out. She has air dodge. That's sensor. I just think that in general, Bandana's game plan in general is just kind of like hindered by Lucina. Like if she doesn't play the matchup, you're staying in shield 24/7. You're SDIing perfectly, so you just kind of just smack her, bait her out, juggle her, back her, destroy her. Just shit on her. Like it's not a good match for her. I think Lucina shows Bandana pretty badly. Moving on. This is not a losing matchup. I think Lucina. So here's the thing. I usually think this matchup was really bad for Lucina Greninja, but over time, I think it's here. I think it's 45-55. I don't think it's anything worse than this. But the pure fact that like Lucina's out of shield's kind of ridiculous. Like her up B out of shield is probably one of the best moves or mechanics in the entire game. Like if you ever even get close to her up B, even close to her, she'll just up B you and smacks you. It's really annoying. Really fast. Greninja's main approach option is dash attack. You're able to smack him with up B pretty hard. Or not even just like stop his approaches. Like you can beat him up pretty hard. Viola, Bacchus. Thanks for 69 thanks follow. Better than Game & Watch. What do you mean? Oh, up B? No. Not better than Game & Watch for sure. Her up B? No. It's one of the best mechanics in the game. Like Lucina's up B is ridiculous. It's massive, it's fast, and it smacks you pretty fucking badly. So I would say that's the biggest thing about this matchup is not that bad. She can also kinda deal with him at the ledge. His ledge game's not that good. So she does have options to shit on him. But in general, he's super fast, like he's really hard to deal with. Get camped out by shurikens, kinda. He's really hard. He's also one of the best characters in the game at edge guarding Lucina, in my opinion. Like, what's it called? Hydro Pump is really annoying to deal with sometimes. If he's able to get it off. It doesn't happen too often, but it just can't just happen. You just stop. He's confirms on you for days. He's really he can bait you out pretty hard too, so you can't really be in there swinging. So I think Greninja has a pretty good time against Lucina, but Lucina has the tools to deal with it. Up B is really strong in the matchup. Ledge trapping is really strong in the matchup. You just have a lot of you have a lot of stuff to stuff him out. All right. What else we got? To Ike. Ike is an interesting one. I'm just gonna put it in hard even. I haven't done ZSS yet. Ike is a very back and forward matchup. It's hard because you cannot land versus Ike as this probably the hardest part of the match. You cannot land and get ledge trap pretty hard. On the same vein though, Ike cannot land versus Lucina. Ike cannot get off the ledge versus Lucina. So they kind of just fuck each other up in the same aspects of the game. Only thing I will say though is Lucina can get some pretty good edge guards on Ike if he recovers poorly. But in general, Ike's recovery is very, very it's a mix-up, I would say. So it's like it's hard for you to time your counter or decide when to hit him. I don't think it's a completely even matchup though, because like Ike kind of walls you out and you can't land versus him, but Lucina can smack you off and then you can't land and you can't get off the ledge and you die to her for counter. So overall, I do think it's an even matchup. Not really much else to say. The Ike buffs really kind of helped him in the matchup. But I do think overall it's still the same matchup as fuck. Yeah. Zero Suit. I got you. Zero Suit, in my opinion, is losing for sure. It is a very hard matchup for Lucina, I would say. Outsped so hard to deal with this character. She doesn't have to approach you. Her Zair outranges all your moves. You can't really juggle her because of flip kick. You can't really ledge trap her because she has a flip kick option. And flip kick is a broken option. I'm not speaking Spanish. So she's a character that like kind of just like not invalidates, but removes two aspects of Lucina's like strong game plan. She can't ledge trap you, and she can't. Oh no, also she can't really edge guard you too. She can edge guard sometimes, but like, Lucina edge guarding users it's really hard. But yeah, I think that Lucina has trouble getting in because it's there. Lucina has trouble at the ledge too. Lucina has trouble juggling and edge guarding this character and ledge trapping. What? The one thing I will say about Lucina in this matchup is she can get a lot of good straight hits. Like, that's the one thing about the matchup I would say is that Lucina has a lot more range than Zero Suit sometimes. Like, if you're able to smack her and hit her, you actually get a lot. Like, you can actually juggle her pretty hard until she flip kicks. That's some damage off right there, right? So if you guys were to trade blow for blow, you can eventually like kind of smack her and kill her. So I think the matchup's not that bad because you have more range than her. But Zero Suit has to play in a specific way to not get hit, and it's possible just that she just never wants to approach you. Really fucking annoying. Character's broken. Don't think the character's broken for some reason. I don't know why, but she's broken. I think it's losing for sure. Joker. All right. Joker is 100% a losing matchup. In my opinion, if someone says even, I can maybe in some time period believe that. But Joker is a really hard match for Lucina. He's so tiny. His hurt box is really hard to deal with. Like it's ridiculous. He's a character that like it's ridiculous, man. Also handsome, dude. It's not me, bro. I'm kidding. But Tanner. So Joker, he's a character like he like shifts his hurt box a lot with his moves. He's really hard to pin down, right? He's one of the characters that like kind of like out neutrals you. Gets in really. He's like a lot faster than you. He's able to just get in, combo the fuck out of you, ledge trap the fuck out of you as well. And overall, he destroys you in almost every aspect of the game. He's fast as shit. He has a meter that destroys you, like that kills you earlier. His combos from throws that can destroy you. But the one thing about Joker is that he gets fucked off stage by Lucina. Like, Lucina is, in my opinion, one of the best characters in the game at shitting on Joker off stage. That's the only reason why the matchup is slight losing, not big losing, and why I can see it being even, because Lucina can shit on Joker so hard, like very, very hard. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Like, her downer, usually hard to hit, can shit on Joker pretty hard. We've done Cloud already, yeah. And yeah, it's really hard. But in general, Joker has the tools to never approach Lucina. She has guns, he has side B. He's really good at just making sure that he's not going to get hit by Lucina. Juggler, he kills her earlier with Arsene. Even without Arsene, he can kind of smack her too. Gun is a really broken option. You can't really juggle him that hard because of gun. You have to preemptively assume he's gonna gun and then back air him, so it's kind of hard. But I think Joker does win, but Lucina can fuck him off stage pretty fucking hard. So I can see it being even one day or something. Because it's actually really massive. Joker usually doesn't have that much trouble off stage against characters, but he does have a lot. He's a lot of trouble against Lucina. How was Roy losing? We talked about that already, but I mean, Roy beat you in every aspect of the game, so that's how I feel. I don't think there's one aspect that Lucina beats Roy in. Done Cloud. We did Cloud already. Right, what's next? Okay, let's get rid of some characters. Banjo. I'm not gonna talk about Banjo. I do think Lucina wins the matchup with Bradley, but I'm gonna talk about Isabel. Just gonna put her here. Don't want to talk about it. Villager. Put it here. Not talk about it. Okay, well, Villager, we talk about it. Like, I'm gonna destroy him off stage. I'm gonna juggle him pretty hard. Let's try him pretty badly. Outrange him. Camp doesn't even work. Like, it's a character out. It's been like a character outlast. Been a host. What's up? What's up, Rickles? But yeah, in general, Villagers has a hard ass time, bro. Like, he's just not a good character, honestly. Like, and he's a lot of trouble against swords like this, where you're just getting constantly smacked at the ledge, stuff like that. It's not good. All right, let's do a controversial take, okay? I think Lucina versus Diddy Kong. I think Ganon 201 Lucina, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, here's the thing, Rickles. Okay, I would never be surprised about Lucina losing to Ganon ever in my entire life. But it's like, what do you want me to say? It's even. No. Billy, nah, bro. Like, Ganon winning a matchup, or Ganon winning is never surprising to me. Like, okay. What do you want me to say? You know? Alright. Diddy Kong, controversial opinion. I think Diddy Kong loses to Lucina. I think Diddy Kong is like pretty fucking. I think Lucina has a good time against the matchup. You just don't take him to FD. Don't take him to like a stage like that. Purely off the fact that I think that Lucina, if she's able to camp on the platforms, takes his banana and plays it well, Diddy Kong has a really hard time doing anything. She has up B. This is a matchup chart. Up B just shits on them. He can't really do much when she's on a platform. If she takes his banana, what is he really gonna do? Like, he doesn't really have much. She's up B out of shield 24/7, even with banana. Like, Diddy Kong can get kind of shit on at the ledge. Like, you can outrange him. He can be annoying as fuck, of course, but at the end of the day, it's like, you just don't even approach him when he has banana. Like, it's not something that you have to do. Like, Campy Lucina is a viable option in this matchup. That's why I think Lucina wins the matchup. If you're not playing Campy, if you're scrapping, you're going in, I could see it being even. That's the best I'll give it. But overall, I think Lucina is really good against Diddy Kong. No one likes the matchup for some reason. I think Diddy Kong loses Lucina, but like, it's just a matchup that you gotta think about more when you're playing. You can't really play like any other matchup you play at Lucina. You just gotta think about like what Diddy Kong has and like what he can really do to you with that banana. Because Lucina with uppy and banana is kind of ridiculous. And also, don't throw banana at him, by the way. Big thing. Make sure he never even has that item. Alright, moving on. Corrin, let's just put it here, 55-45. You kind of get juggled by this character, it's kind of hard. Excuse me, but character outclass, like, you can kind of let out this character, kind of juggle this character, because your character can't really land. Can kind of let trap this, can kind of edge guard this character, but it's like, it's kind of weird. What else? Neutral, you're kind of winning because what is Corrin's approach option on the ground? It's not really like much compared to yours. but you can get juggled pretty hard and ledge trapped, and it's pretty annoying. So landing is really hard, ledge is pretty hard. So I would say it's +1, not anything worse than that. Lucas, I think Lucina beats Lucas 6-4, but the big thing about this matchup is you can get Lucas is one of the characters who can kind of edgeguard you, so it's pretty scary. But you kind of outrange him. You kind of ledge him pretty hard. Like, he's a lot of trouble dealing with Lucina's pressure in general. If PK Fire is only fine, but like if you just keep getting hit by it, but in general it's like his neutral is kind of running away, throwing PK Fires and like doing like nairs and fairs, I guess. And Lucina just says, fuck that, I have like fair, I have nair, I have all these moves, I stun F tilt, then you're off stage, and then she lets the fuck out of you and it's bad. So I think Lucina is really good against Lucas. I think it's a really good matchup. But you can't get edge guarded, so I would never be surprised that Lucina losing to Lucas. It just happens. Like, you get edge guarded and you just die, and you know the matchup, or you don't think about the matchup too much. So yeah. New one, okay? You guys ready for this? Controversial, I mean not controversial take, new take, okay? Pyramithra. I think Pyramithra is here. Even, I can see it being winning. Actually, no, I'm gonna move it here. Here. I'm gonna put it even, because Mithra is so hard to deal with as Lucina. It's really fucking hard for her to get out of disadvantage versus Mithra. She gets outsped by Mithra. The only really saving grace she has against these characters is that she edge guards them pretty hard, and she kind of fucks Pyro pretty badly. But Pyro's kind of like Charizard. It's like you might just randomly just die. So it's like it's annoying as shit, but you should not be losing to Pyro too much. The problem is, I mean, the real thing that really matters in the matchup is you're able to edge guard them, and yeah. Oh, by the way, sorry, my bad. Sorry, I didn't read your message. It's a slight winning for Lucina because of edge guarding. I don't think so. I just think Lucina can put Cloud into uncomfortable situations where he has to make a choice and mix up his recovery. But I think it is really hard for Lucina in general. My bad. I didn't see your message. So what's it called? Yeah, Pirate Mithra, like, kind of just you have a hard time dealing with Mithra's speed. You get killed early by Pirate, but you can edge guard them. So. And you kind of wall them out. Like, you kind of have more range than them, but in general, it's kind of hard. So, even they kind of fuck each other up. I think that is really annoying. I don't like the matchup at all. I'd rather play the Ditto any day of the week. So, yeah, that's how I would do with the matchup. Next character. Yeah, this has a lot of good matchups. Yeah, let's just go through some of these. Okay, Bowser Jr. 55-45. He has a lot of tools to deal with Lucina, making sure that he doesn't die to her early. Can't really edge guard that much. Pretty difficult. His cover's pretty good, but in general, character outclass, ledge trapped pretty hard. There's so many situations where like Bowser doesn't really have an answer. Like, he's this character that has such limited tools. His outer shield's fucking doo-doo. Like, there's just so many things like to do in this matchup against him. And yeah, I think that Lucina can kind of shut him pretty hard. Ice Climbers, I have personally never played this matchup in bracket. No, actually, I played one time, actually. I played a few times. I will say Lucina wins 6-4 just because I think Lucina can kind of separate these two really hard. And it's just not... It's like you're able to separate them so easily and then kill one of them, and then you're playing Lucina versus Sopo, like, you're kind of shitting on them. Like, their answers to you approaching is like, what, Blizzard? And it's not even that good. So I think Lucina is really solid in this matchup. Ice Climbers is just really annoying matchup in general for everybody, right? They're really, really dumb. No one likes playing them. They just kind of rob people, so yeah. So yeah, I think Lucina versus Ice Climbers is, yeah, it's 6-4. I don't see it being anything other than that 6-4. Rob. All right, Rob. I'm gonna put it here, even. I think Rob versus Lucina is a strict matchup where it's like both characters can fuck each other up so bad. It's crazy. Rob is heavier though. He can kind of just rob the fuck out of you. That's why the only reason. Actually, fuck it. What's controversial take? Let's put Rob over here. But like, Lucina's up here shits on him pretty hard, so he can't really nair you. You're one of the only few characters that can kind of edge guard Rob. And you juggle him kind of. You can juggle him because your up air will always be his nair. Unless he throws like yeah, your up air will almost always be nair. So you're in a really good spot. But in the same vein, Rob puts you in so many uncomfortable situations. He is fast as hell. He's really good at boxing. His projectiles are really fucking annoying. You can't really land against him. He can kill you early. Like, it's just a combination of just Rob being broken and Lucina just having... Lucina just... They do the same shit. Lucina just has to play a different game. Like, she has to, like, juggle him and then kill him off of, like, a back air at 130. Whereas Rob kind of smack and kill you randomly off, like, a fucking interaction, you know? Like... And it's really hard for Lucina to get in on Rob sometimes. You kind of get smacked and then it snowballs. Like, both matchups... It's a very snowballing matchup, I would say. Like... Lucina can just keep smacking Rob over and over again. She can't land. He can't land, and then he kills her. I mean, she kills him. Or Rob just keeps juggling her out, and it's really hard. And you know, it can go either way. But I think if one of them were to win, I would say it's Rob, and that's why I put it there, 45-55 or even, because Rob can rob you, and he's a better character, in my opinion. You don't think Rob's a better character? I don't know, man. All right, next character. Okay, Duck Hunt. Okay, I'm just gonna put Duck Hunt here. I've actually thought this matchup has always been really hard. You can smack the can away, which is good in the matchup. But like it's not even just that. Like his zoning is ridiculous. He's hard to hit. He's actually pretty hard to kill too. Like he's a character that's like just wants you to approach. Lucina's approach is kind of linear, so. She can kind of just like run in. You can kind of just get run in. You run in there and you get smacked by projectiles and shit. So it can be annoying. And you kind of just like make it so you keep running into projectiles over and over again. But in general, I think Lucina just has a toolkit to deal with them. She has sliding out tilt, really good for smacking the can away. She's really fast. She's a big ass sword. She's up you at a shield if he ever tries to approach. Like. It's good, man. And she can edge guard him pretty well, too, if he decides to do bad recovery. So I think Lucina does really well against him. But it's really annoying. That's why I put a +1. I would not be surprised if a Duck Hunt beat Lucina at all. Alright. Game & Watch, even as fuck, I would say. Really hard matchup, honestly. Really, really hard. It seems like Lucina would have an edge here, but Game & Watch is... Like, his up, he had a shield... Makes it so you can never approach with any aerials that are like you can't approach with bad aerials ever, right? So that's obviously Lucina's not gonna approach with a bad aerial, right? In general, but you have to always keep that in mind. Ledge trapping is kind of hard. Yo, what's up? The math. His ledge trapping is really fucking annoying in general. He's really hard to edge guard, so in general, Lucina's not gonna edge guard him pretty hard. Really hard to juggle, like. Lucina's main advantage in this matchup is she has a sword, a disjoint, and she can kind of wall him out, but in general, Game & Watch is gonna eventually get in, can't land, versus him, like any other character in the game. This character is fucking broken. Like, this character will, like, fucking ruins the game. Like, you can't land versus him, you can't edge guard him, and you can't fucking, you get ledge trap by him. It's not fun. But Lucina has a sword, so she can kind of deal with him. She has that to deal with, and he's kind of light, but in general, it's like you still have the same problems that everyone else does in the game. She doesn't bypass any of the problems. So I think in general, it's not a fun matchup. I would say it's even. Yeah. All right, moving on. Wario. I'm gonna put Wario here, even or +1, 55-45. Wario is a weird one because you have almost every tool to make sure Wario never approaches you. You have a lot of tools to make sure Wario gets juggled, but in general, Wario is like a character that doesn't always play by the rules that the game, like you think you're setting by juggling him or whatever. And what I mean by that is like, it's not just him like, oh my god, he got waffed and then he's gonna kill me. No, it's like he's able to bob and weave and like get out of your range. He's able to use his like, he's able to just get in and out and then like just get in and do like a million percent to you. And landing versus Warrior is really hard in general. So I think that's probably the hardest part of the matchup for Lucina is like, he can just do a lot of damage to you and juggle you kind of hard. So, and it's not just easy just walling him out with sword. Like Lucina does not just like do this the whole time fair over and over again. It's like more just she's trying to make sure that like this is my space, like you're not coming towards it, right? Like Nair, that's about it. But like in general, Warrior can get in pretty well. It's the strong suit of the character, and he can kill you. Like he's a character that can just kill you off of an interaction or get a lot of percent, and then you're now you're in disadvantage. That's the reason why Warrior's a good character. He doesn't only rely on Waft. He's a really good character that can get a lot of damage and get those kills pretty early. So I think that's why matchups can be even, but Lucina does have the tools. If she plays correctly and really well and does not take any chances, I can see it being slight winning, whereas Warrior has a really hard time getting in. But in general, I think it's even. But I can see it either way. Alright, we're almost done, I think. We're almost done. Wow, we're very close to finishing. Let's do Sheik. I think Sheik is an interesting one. My opinions of Sheik have changed over the time. I used to think it was +1, 55-45 Lucina, but now I think it's here, 55-45 or even. I think Lucina versus Sheik can be very, very annoying. A lot of Sheik players say they prefer the this matchup. They think that Lucina does really bad in the matchup, or Sheik does really good in the matchup. In general, I think Lucina has a lot more than like people think about the matchup. Like, she can pick your combos, if your combos are correct with up B, smack you, ledge trap you pretty hard. Like you're like Sheik's ledge jumps are not that good. She has to jump almost every single time. Like she still has the same problem. She can't really kill that well. I think Lucina does really well against Sheik in general. She can be annoying though, better frame data, really hard to hit sometimes. Kind of get smacked over and over again, but yeah, I think Lucina can do really well in the matchup. She just requires you to play the matchup, not getting whiff punished over and over again. A lot of times, Lucina's can just close a gap with sliding up tilt and ledge trap the character, but I think that's why she can do really well on Sheik. But in general, I can see it being even because Sheik's really hard to hit. You can get overwhelmed by her, I would say, and Lucina's pretty linear, so I can understand the way like how like she can push you over and over again. All right, we're almost done. Richter Belmont. Oh, holy shit. Okay, I'm talking for so long. Oh, this is kind of hard. Okay, Richter Belmont. Richter Belmont is, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if people who play Lucina know this, but she 100%, in my opinion, beats Lucina. Like, in my honest, non-biased opinion, is a bad matchup for this. It's really hard, and the reason why is because he's so hard to approach. He has a fuck ton of range. Man, he's just really hard to beat in general. What else? He's just a character that like walls you out, ledge traps the fuck out of you. It's not easy to edgeguard Belmont as Lucina. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's pretty difficult actually. A good Belmont will not get edgeguarded by Lucina too much. Get ledge trapped. It's hard to juggle him sometimes. It's overall just a hard ass matchup. Like, I don't like it. I think it's difficult because your ability to get in is really limited by the way the player plays, because he has more range than you. He has projectiles. Not quite bad. Yeah, I think Belmont does beat Lucina 45-55, even though the character's bad. Doesn't matter. All right, and we'll go with Lucina's. In my opinion, Lucina's last losing matchup. Pichu, 40-60. 40-60. This matchup is butt cheeks. Let's go through it, okay? Really hard to hit. You get combo to Pell because that's how the character is. You get camped really hard. You can one of the only few characters that can edge guard you. Pretty difficult to kill in general. It's just like it's such a hard matchup in general. Like you're getting hit, you're getting smacked, you're getting fucking. In general, you're just it's hard to get away from this character. In general, it's really hard. So yeah, I just think almost the only really thing you have in this matchup is you can kind of smack him with your sword. That's about it. And he's kind of light, so you can kind of hit him sometimes and punish him, but like it's hard to punish Pikachu who's playing correctly, who's playing campy. So I do think it's 60-40. Also, you can't really edge guard the character as well because the recovery is so fucking good. So that's another aspect of Lucina that she can't even deal with. Like she can't even edge guard the character. She can't even ledge trap the character sometimes because of up B. So it's in general just a hard time. I think Lucina loses 40-60, but like I said, she has every tool for every matchup, so she can win every single matchup in the game, I think, personally. I think she's a good character, she can deal with it, so. Pikachu is a really bad matchup, but it's not undoable. I mean, not doable. Undoable? I don't know. It's doable, it's doable. Requires you to play smart, punish the Pikachu player for making mistakes, and yeah. But in general, it's really difficult. Alright. Almost done. Some oddball ass characters here, man. Alright, Terry is even as fuck. This matchup's fucking hard, man. This character is fucking broken. Let's see, let's talk about this game. Really hard to edge guard. This character recovery is not fucking bad. It's doable. Character recovery is really hard to edge guard, so that already is like a really. It's like, okay, so that's most people think is like the matchup's hard. I mean, for Terry, because it's edge guarded, right? No, he's not edge guarded. That's a fucking myth. Number two, this character kills you so fucking early. Lucina has to kill him early, or else he's gonna have go, and it's a really hard time. Never land on the shield. His jab is a fuck ton of range. Walling him out is hard because he's just ridiculous. He's no lag on his moves. Kills you absurd percentages. It's ridiculous. What else? He's just broke. He's hard to whip punish. He's hard to just do anything against. This character's just throwing out moves with no lag. Oh my god, he's so broken. He kills you so early. Autocorrect's broken because you can't ever cross him up. He jabs the fuck out of you. It's just hard, man. Yeah, so I think Terry is really hard in general. I think it's even because Lucina can. But one saving grace is the matchup, okay? If she didn't have this, she would actually lose the matchup. She can up B out of shield a lot of things that Terry had. That's the saving grace of the matchup. If she didn't have that, she would really just be stuck in shield forever against the character. But since she has up B out of shield, she's able to just up B whenever Terry is doing any pressure, and Terry has to respect that and end his pressure, or he has to get hit. Like, that's about it. So I think that's the saving grace matchups. Up B. You kind of have more range than him, I guess, but in general, it's just a hard-ass matchup. Alright, moving on. These characters, I really... whatever. Alright, let's go through them. Who am I missing? Mewtwo, I guess. Oh, Mewtwo. This is a matchup I've, like, barely played, but it's actually, in my opinion, not that good for Lucina. I think it's 55-45. 55-45, I could see it being... No, she's just too good of a character. This is just like, he is a character that can zone her out pretty well. It was also a hard matchup in Smash 4 because his Shadow Ball is really annoying to deal with, and you're like, oh, just hit him, like just smack him and shit like that, and shoot him in the hard. No, it's not as simple. Like he's a character that's really hard to get in on with Lucina. He's really good hitboxes. The only problem, and you can't really edge guard him that well. It's like, it's very specific. I think in that aspect, Lucina has to deal with him in another way, which is she beats him because character outclass, character's kind of massive. His tail hitbox is massive as well, so she can't get these early stocks. Get really easy combos. But in general, it's not as easy as most people think. So I think Shadow Ball in general is what makes the matchup really difficult, and he can kind of cheese you with Disable, I think it's called, right? Disable. And yeah, you can't really edge guard him that well either. So the really safe things you got in the matchup is he's light and has a massive ass tail hurt box, which most Mewtwo players would say is like every matchup that everyone says, which I'm gonna say because this character is. All right, talk about Plant later. Pit. I used to think Pit was even, but I'm just gonna say it outright. I think Pit is too bad of a character to be even. Kind of a trash character. Kinda can't land versus him as Lucina, but in general, it's like you have a Shina sword, kinda ledge trap him pretty hard. His neutral tools aren't the best, and like he's pretty predictable as a character. You're able to just kind of free to do a lot of things to him. But yeah, I think Lucina is really good against Pit. Like, I mean, that's good against Pit. She doesn't destroy him, but like she does beat him, in my opinion. I used to think it was even, but no, not anymore. I think Pit's just too bad. His options are kind of limited, and if you're playing a character with limited options, you're already at a disadvantage against a lot of characters. I don't know. Who else we got? Ridley. Ridley's a hard one. It's either here or here, but I'm just gonna put it here because Lucina's outclassed with the character. But in general, it is not an easy matchup at all whatsoever for Lucina. It's hard to edge guard the character first of all as Lucina, right? His recovery is really good. He can edge guard you. He can reverse edge guard you. He's massive. If you do one bad arrow, he outflashes you out of shield. He has really big hitboxes. The only problem really is that like you have the tools to deal with him. You can juggle him pretty hard, ledge trap the fuck out of him. And he's not heavy. He's like slightly above average weight, so you're able to smack him and kill him at pretty decent percentages. And yeah, like he's a character that's he's annoying to fight against, but if you understand how the character works, it shouldn't be that hard to deal with. But he does have the tools to make it more annoying than most matchups. Like he has neutral B to destroy your recovery, he has Nair off stage to destroy your recovery, and he's not fun to deal with. I think it's +1, but okay. Robin in general. Controversial take. I think this matchup is 45-55 or even. I'm leaning more towards even because this is just about a character, but in general, Levin Nair shits on you because it beats all your aerials. It's really hard to get off the ledge against this character. Kind of weird to edge this character. You kind of just smack them over and over again. That's about all you can really do. The recovery can kind of go pretty low. But dealing projectiles is annoying, and then you get ledge trapped, and it's really fucking bad. Mainly just 11 sword aerials are really annoying to deal with as Lucina. So you get smacked a lot, and you should be an advantage, and it's not fun. But yeah, I think Lucina does have the tools. She can ledge trap him. She can do a lot to him, kill him decently well. But like I said, like Robin just has so many times where she just hits you, and you can just die to it. But that's about it. Like it's even or side losing. I'd say it's hard ass matchup for Lucina, but I think purely the fact that she's a better character, it's probably even. But I can see it being losing either way. All right, Rosa, I think it's +1, actually. I think you can do a lot to Rosa. Kind of smack Luma not for free, but you can smack Luma pretty easily. The problem lies in the fact that dealing with this character is weird because there's a lot of times where you just get hit and smacked for no reason, and you can kind of just get... It's hard to get in versus the character sometimes, I would say. I think Rosa does okay against Lucina, but in general, Lucina is able to get it in, get out, ledge trap the hell out of the character if the Luma's there. In general, like you can kind of get juggled by Rosa as well. But Luma is not the bigger problem in the matchup, I would say. So I think Lucina as well against the matchup, but it's not easy, I would say. Samus, interesting character. Samus, I will put in +1. I think I put in +2 before, but Samus is weird because it's hard to edge guard the character. First of all, his recovery is really good, really hard to hit, really small, and getting the zone is pretty difficult. But Lucina has a lot of tools to juggle the character, combo the character, and ledge trap the character. So that's like mainly just her game plan. I would say is hit Samus off stage, ledge trap. Hit the Samus off stage again, ledge trap. Put Samus into a tech situation, read the tech situation because Samus's tech roll is really long and you get to punish it pretty well. Hit him off stage, hit her off stage, and then ledge trap, and then eventually kill him. Like it happens. So I think Lucina can do really well against Samus. It's just not fun at all. I don't think anyone in the game likes playing against Samus ever. So Samus can wall her out, ledge trap her, I guess, and that's about. And then not get edge guarded, and that's like that's basically it for Samus matchup. Alright, I'm gonna go Toon Link next. I actually don't like this matchup, but it's +1 for sure. I think Lucina is well against Toon Link. It's just Toon Link has the means to not interact with Lucina as much as other characters, and he can kind of scrap with her low key. Like his F tilt's really good in the matchup. He can kind of get away with not getting hit for a while because he's kind of small, kind of hard to hit. Lucina, his bombs are kind of annoying, but in general, like if Lucina's able to get edge guarded him pretty well, really not easy, but it can be edge guarded. Ledge trapping is kind of simple. If he's a bomb, he's always gonna jump. Stuff like that. Just like it's mainly just I would say a character outclass, but in general as well, like she just has a lot of tools to make sure this character can't land, is in an uncomfortable position, and just gets smacked. So, and Toon Link doesn't have that many answers, I would say, to getting out of disadvantage versus Lucina. This disadvantage is kinda not that good. All right, are we done? We fit +1. Annoying as fuck matchup. Really fucking hard. I've played this matchup a lot in general. It is not fun at all. Her planking is really annoying, but in general, Lucina can smack her off stage pretty well. Can edge guard the character, and juggle the character, has bigger hitboxes, and is able to get in pretty well with sliding up tilt. So Wii Fit has a lot of trouble setting up and stuff like that. I do think Lucina wins +1. The problem is ledge stalling is really annoying. You kind of die early to what's called deep breathing, and I think that her zoning can be annoying. But in general, I think Lucina has all the tools to win the matchup. I've been saying that a lot, but like it really just goes to show you how strong this character is, because she's a character that has all the tools to win a matchup. Like she has really good aerials. She has a really fast slide on the ground with a forward tilt. She has really good edge guarding, you know. She's really privileged in that aspect that she's able to like deal with any matchup in the game like that. So Wii Fit there's not like a thing that she can't really do in the matchup. So that's what I would say. Okay, so we have the last two characters. We have Steve and Piranha Plant. Steve is a really weird one because I think it's really annoying as Lucina, but I'm gonna put in +1. Like I used to think it was even, but no. I think Lucina 100% wins the matchup. Can pressure this character really hard. Can make it so hard for Steve to set up shop because she's able to just like run in, and if she gets a smack off on him, like a fair or something like that, he's off stage. He's got to deal with Lucina recovering against Lucina off stage or being ledge trapped by Lucina, and Steve's options at the ledge are not the best. But I will say that Steve can make it troublesome for Lucina to recover and land and approach. So those things, it's more about does the person know the matchup? If the person knows the matchup, then you're gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with someone who understands that minecart's really annoying. They're gonna avoid it well, and you're gonna get hit, and you're gonna be edge guarded, and no, not edge guarded, you're gonna be ledge trap, because Lucina can edge guard Steve, but it's not that easy. And I think that she kind of pressures Steve a lot. And Steve being pressured is not what you want as a character. I think she just has all the tools to deal with him mining. You can kind of box with him, and she doesn't have to worry about him. What's it called? Out airing her. Like if they both do it fair the same time, like Steve's like probably gonna lose. Lucina's is just faster, and yeah. So I think she has all the tools to deal with Steve. Last character, Piranha Plant. This matchup is actually pretty annoying, but I think Lucina wins +1. It's a matchup that requires a lot of matchup experience, matchup knowledge, in my opinion. Like, you understand Piranha Plant, ledge trapping is really annoying. Edge guarding is really hard. You can't counter his recovery. But in general, like, this character's landing is not good at all. Had juggling pretty hard. And yeah, like, you're just a better character in general. You have a giant ass sword in neutral. He's really just throwing out like Patuis and like just hit him, knock him, grab him. You know, there's a lot of counterplay to this character with Lucina. She's able to just do a lot against them, and it's not anything like she has a lot of trouble against them or she gets walled out or anything. It's more like Lucina just gets smacked, and that's how like a lot of people Lucina's losing matchup. So I think Piranha Plant can make it annoying for Lucina. Her ledge trapping is really annoying. Patu is annoying if you don't know how to deal with it, if you just run in mindlessly. But I think Lucina's playing smart, calculated. She's not going to get smacked too much by Patui, not get smacked too much by ledge traps, and you're just going to ledge trap the character, out neutral the character, and yeah, I think that's basically it. So that's the matchup chart. I think there's no more characters left, right? Oh, it's Byleth, actually. My bad. Almost right, Byleth. Byleth is, in my opinion, a 55-45 matchup, but it's really annoying as fuck. It's not fun at all. Neutral-wise, it's not... You're faster than the character, so you're already at an advantage. But this character can deal with your aerials pretty well because her Nair is broken. Like, dealing with Byleth in general is hard because you can't be close to the shield because of Nair, and it's really hard to deal with. And you can kind of get out of range by Fair, Bear, stuff like that. So it's not a free neutral. And also, one more thing about Lucina versus Byleth is that edge guarding Byleth is hard. Like, Byleth's recovery is really strong, and you have a lot of trouble going that deep and edge guarding the character. Byleth can go pretty deep. So that aspect, you can't really edge guard the character as well. But on the stage, you can ledge guard the character pretty well. You know, Byleth side B shit is really annoying. And kind of juggle the character because Byleth really can't land. Like, Byleth's landing is down there. You're not gonna hit by down there, so. The hardest part of the matchups, I would say, are you being at the ledge because Byleth's scary as shit, and landing because Byleth's landing, Byleth anti-airing you with up smash is not fun, and dash attack's pretty annoying. But Byleth is slow, so it's not the worst thing. And up air is pretty annoying as well. So I think the matchup is very annoying, but I think Lucina wins because she outspeeds her, he's outspeeds her, and wins neutral for the most part. And yeah, that's it. I think there's no more characters, right? I think we covered every character. And I talked for like, how long was that section for? Holy shit. I feel like I talked for like 3 hours. My fucking lord.